Alright, going on Twitter. Oh, bippity boppity boo. Go ahead and tweet this out. All right, let's jump over and have a peek here. See if anyone wants to join me this evening. Go and check my orders, find out exactly where that was. Yeah, that was a little bit painful of a day there. Painful for P&L, but not for actually making money. So what time did that get filled? So what would that have been? 51. Hey, Cassie is first. Welcome to the live stream. So not quite to the bottom. How is your evening? How's your evening? How did your day in the market go? How you liking this price movement? Yeah, I wonder if most everyone's just gonna take the evening off after the week we had. Well, after the day we had, it was I know there are people who aren't happy about how far back AMC pulled back on the week. Let's go ahead and get the entire week in here. So yeah, when you look at the week, everyone's always gonna, everyone's concentrating on the fact that we got up as high as we did. $34 a share. They're concentrating. We were at 34, and now we're at 23. Well, yeah, that sucks. But if you look, we opened the week at $20.27. So we closed out the week $2.50 up on where we opened the week. So we are actually ahead of where we were. And yeah, the pullback sucks to see. Everyone hates to see the momentum broken. Got excited for a minute, then remembered it's April Fool's. Saw the tweet Citadel was on fire. Oh, yeah, I saw that tweet out there. It's I didn't trust anything I saw on the internet today. In the title, I do mention the AMC sell button. That is not an April Fool. I did hit sell, but not in the way everyone would expect that I did. So I ended up making a little bit of change today. If we go over to the option chain for next Friday. Hey, Kalani, welcome to live stream, man. So family wants to go somewhere now. So I guess I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Hey, no problem, Cassie. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully you annihilated that like button. Gonna hang out here with Kalani for a bit. God, I just said the word sell button, and all of a sudden Cassie wants to run away. I hope you have a good weekend. Have fun with the family. So Kalani, the title, it is a little misleading. I did hit the button for selling on AMC, but what I'm doing was I ended up selling a cash secured put. Last night I went through. I did my homework. I had a list of stocks I was looking at. I was looking at entering bull put spreads. So what are we looking at right now? Okay, so we ended up last night during the live stream. I was looking at. I had a list of stocks for running bull put spreads on. The market started to pull back. I didn't like what I was seeing at the market. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream. It really came down to analyzing risk, and I was looking at 20% gains, but the risk that I was seeing with the market on a downward trend, of course, a SPY closed green for the day. SPY closed green. The NASDAQ and the Russell both closed down. Or no, the Russell closed up. It's down after hours. But I saw too much risk there. I had a list. I went through and Post-it note. And I actually wrote down the windows that I was looking to get in on, and I looked at where the price was moving. The windows were not secure. I checked my risk and was like, no, the risk isn't working. The risk isn't worth it. So I decided to do a little bit of a cheeky play. So I did. I hit the sell button with AMC, but I sold. I ended up selling a cash secured put, and what that means is I put aside the money to purchase 100 shares at my strike price and received a premium for doing it. So I ended up selling $21 strike price. Well, if you look, we're over $2 away from there right now. Now these are for next Friday, so I'll carry these through the week. That's why we're looking, Okay, it did update. Oh no, there's 0. That's why we're on the 7 days out here. And what I ended up doing was I sold these. I tried to bottom ticket for the day, missed by a little bit, but when I sold them, they were worth $110. So I collected a $110 premium. They are currently worth $85. Now I can, at any time, I can buy this contract back and release the collateral that I had to put up for it. But the thing is, I wouldn't mind. We were at 34 on Monday or Tuesday. We're at 23 right now. I wouldn't mind picking up 100 shares for $21. So yeah, I sold those. I collected a premium, and if it executes, it executes. I've got the shares. If it doesn't execute, well, I collected $110 that I didn't have, and my collateral will be released back to me. So that was plays like that. I view them as you always hear people talking about risk. I'm risking 20%. I'm risking 30%. For me, it's a 0.05% risk. It is almost a risk-free trade. The only way that I lose on this trade is if AMC goes to 0 and shuts its doors next Friday. That is the only way I lose. So yeah, it really is as close to a perfect trade as you can get. Now I had to lock collateral up. I had to lock money up in collateral. So I can't touch that money as long as the contract is open. $110 is, yeah. And you got to figure, if you look at the trades that I made this week, I mean, a lot of y'all heard the numbers that I was putting up for the week. I just wanted to, get that one last win in for the week. I'm still sitting on some, I've still got some capital that I can use, Monday. I'll look at, I'll relook at bull put spreads on a couple. I'm going for the 50-cent increments because, if I see a 50-cent increment on bull puts and I see a 10-cent premium, that's a 20% gain right there. I will gladly run some contracts out for 20%. That is, those who have been in the stream for a while have heard me use the term quartering up, which is where you enter 4 contracts for 25. You get that 25%. You enter 4 contracts, and if it executes good, then instead of having 400, or 4 units, you have 5 units. So yeah, quartering up is what I like to do, but for the added safety, I have no problem with taking 20% on them. And essentially what that means when you're looking at it, if you're playing 20%ers, and let me find a good example here. Let me go into bull put spreads. And this is going to show you why do your research, do it like this, why it is so powerful. Yeah, I prefer Kalani. I prefer options, and the reason why I prefer options is I especially like the selling side of the options because I've said it before. A stock will go up, a stock will go down, a stock will trade sideways. If you are the seller, 2 out of 3 of those you make money on. So yeah, I like option. I like playing options. I like being on the selling side of it because, first of all, you're playing leveraged. If you want to go out and sit there and buy 100 shares of a stock and trade with 100 shares, you need a lot of capital to do that. If I'm playing with options. So if you were going to be playing with AMC, you would need, for 100 shares, you would need $2,330 right now to play with 100 shares. I can play these spreads, these bull put spreads, because they're 50 cent increments. I can play these contracts with $50 only. So it is a leveraged position. Now, but when I'm referring to playing with 20%, so these are 50-cent increments, so it's a $50 contract. If I look at my strike price and I see a 10 there, well, what's 10 cents out of 50 cents? It's 20%. So with that, depending upon how many contracts, so you have $1,000. If you are earning 20% on it, you're putting up $1,000 collateral, you're earning $200. So you can basically get 20% per week as long as if you identify it and look and say, okay, my risk is good on this. Now the market could take a huge dump on you, and that's why you have your stop losses and everything. And that's what ended up happening today. I looked at my 20%ers. 1 or 2 of them I might have forced, but if you're forcing a trade, then usually you should have a red flag if you're forcing the trade. If you're going outside of your rules, you establish your rules, you establish your zones where you can play at, and once you start bending your rules, eventually you're going to start breaking your rules. And your rules, you set your rules and your trading plan up with a level-headed mind. You're analytical, you run through, you check the numbers and everything. When you start bending your rules to force the trade, you're starting to trade with your emotions. And when you start trading with your emotions, that's when you make mistakes. That's when greed can step in even. So yeah, it's I looked at it, I evaluated, and I had 5 stocks that I was looking at. 3 of them I looked, I evaluated in the morning based on the rules that I set up last night. And 3 of them were automatic no's. I looked at them like, nope, these are bad trades. They may pan out, they may have made me money, but doing my evaluation, looking from the outside, they were bad. The other 2 were questionable, but I would have had to have bent my rules. I would have had to move outside of the zone that I was wanting to play. So right there, that was I sat back for the day, waited to see if anything came about. My windows never opened. I never entered the trade. You've got to know when to enter. People talk about, entry's easy into a trade. But if you mess up your entry, then that screws up your exit plan as well. So yeah, it's just, I have certain rules I play by. I used to do the quarter up. I've gotten a little bit more conservative now, and I'm looking for those 20% gains on the spreads. And especially with 50-cent increments, it's real easy. If my spreads are 50 cents, then all I do is look for a 10%, or look for the 10 cents, and that's my 20% right there. So yeah, that's so yeah, I ended up entering in cash secured puts at the 21 level. These had had these bull put spreads actually been down below 18, you know, the 1750 18 range, and even maybe the 1850 range, in this range here, I might have gone for those 20 percenters. It's just being that high up, being that close, and you know, close is a relative term. It's just that that is a lot of risk. AMC's a little bit more volatile of a stock. Now the thing is, when you enter into one of these bull put spreads, you're receiving the premium. So that is automatically yours to keep. Your maximum loss is 80%. If you're putting up $50 a contract, you're receiving $10 in premium. If it goes south on you, if the trade goes bad, that collateral you put up will be eaten by the contract. If you get if it dips down below and you get exercised on at expiration, you will lose that collateral you put up. So yeah, I like when I'm playing a spread like that, I like a little bit more of a buffer, and AMC is dangerous just because of the volatility of it, especially right now. Hey, Vengeance, how's it going, man? Vengeance, I was actually looking at BBIG. I was looking at Biggie today. In fact, we can actually jump over there and look. Vengeance, do you happen to have do you have any Ortex numbers, or do you know where you can grab those from? I don't have Ortex. That's I get my Ortex numbers from other peeps. Well, that's on the 30. So on the 30-minute, BBIG was below the 13. It has moved up. Yeah, if BBIG runs up past the you're going into next week, if it continues the trend and drags a 13 above the 48 and 200, BBIG will start running. So let's kind of check the option chain there. I'm kind of interested in seeing. Nope, we don't want verticals. We want straight up calls. And what were we looking? Give 3 weeks. I like. So an important thing. If you are the seller, time is on your side. You want to get an expiration as close as humanly possible if you're the seller, because you collect that premium. You want that premium to burn as fast as you can, and you want the contract to be over. As a buyer, give yourself time. So looking at it right now, oh my goodness, 31. Yeah, I actually will keep an eye on this. In fact, let's pop over. Let's add to watch list. My watch list. I don't care about ApeCoin anymore. We'll pull that off there. Mullen, we can pull that up at a later time. Shib and Doge can drop to the bottom. Oh, what the deuce? Doge. Shib, I gotta do this in steps because I actually have a couple other things on here. Drag the Qs up where you can see it. Russell, I think, no, Russell's still too low. All right, BBIG, there we go. So on the 30, it's below. Short term, I'm not sure about BBIG. Going out on the 4 hour, it has dropped down to the 48. It all depends how well the 48 holds up. If it bounces off the 48 and moves through the 13, yeah, it could get real nice on BBIG. So yeah, I would be interested in. Give me a second here, checking things and stuff. So yeah, looking at it, I would be interested to see going into next week if BBIG can bounce off of the 48 on the 4 hour and move back up above the 13. If it captures the 13, that would be definitely a buy indicator. RSI 42. Yeah, it has cooled off a lot. Definitely, if it picks up momentum, this will start to run. It could definitely have a nice little pop off. And jumping over on the option chain, looking. Oh, it must have taken a while to wake up. Oh, no, BBIG. There we go. That's more. I was like, what? Yeah, so looking at it on the 4 hour, if it can move back up above the 13, that'll definitely start to run. If it moves above the 13 and it drags the 48 with it, things will definitely be looking really, really nice there. Option chain, not a terrible price for options either. Looks like people are gravitating to the 3.5. Let's see, $31 a contract. That might be worth on Monday. This, like I said, this is definitely one I'll keep an eye on. Playing 3 weeks out, $31 a contract. That might be worth picking up a small rack. Pick up a brick of 10, either 8 or 10, and if it starts to run, if it sees, if all the requirements are met, it starts to run. It hits 40%. That's pretty much the point where you sell 3/4 of them to close it, or you lock in 3/4 of your profit at 45%, and that'll pretty much guarantee profits, because you're basically paying for all of them. Hey Kalani, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. Maybe see you over on your Twitch at some point. Watch your masterful expertise riding helicopters with you. Yeah, and tonight's not going to be a real long stream. I got stuff I want to get done for the weekend. But I figured pop in here. I wasn't in Claybro stream too much today. Just busy day at work, and that's how it goes sometimes. But figured come in here, visit, hang out, see who all was doing what on this day. Oh, that's why I'm still in there. Yeah, so AMC it didn't look that good on the day. It pulled back throughout most of the day, had a little bit of run going into close, and now it's got a slow downward trend going in after hours. But on the week, as far as the week goes, it was a good week. In fact, how did we do on options? That's a decent amount of options that closed in the money today. Yeah, that's a good amount of options there. No 5-digit prices, but all those little 50-cent increments just adding up. That 25 though. I know when we hit, starting the week hitting that. Oh no, we were at 34. Yeah, God, they must have just been losing their minds looking. I can't even scroll up that high right now. We blew through so many strikes. They knew if we were allowed to keep those gains, if we were allowed to stay up around that 34 mark, that they knew that we would add gamma squeeze going into next week. They knew they would have been screwed on so many levels. It would have been ridiculous. What do we got just off those 30, 40? Just these 3 strike prices alone are 50,000 contracts. Yeah, however you view their shenanigans, they had to do it in self-defense because we were fixing to murder them. They would have been. And of course, we all want the MOAS to be over, but the problem is, they're going to drag this out as long as possible. They want people to grow bored. They want people to grow frustrated. And that's why I like going out, finding plays, finding ways to make more money rather. Because, yeah, we've got our shares in AMC. We don't have a dividend in AMC. So all that money is just, waiting for the pop off. It's nice to have a little bit of money on the side that you can use to make more money. That's the name of the game. And it's I don't want to say easy to buy and hold, but it's simple. You have money, you buy shares, you hold it. That's the difference between easy and simple. Simple is, you go out and execute it without any problems. You buy, you hold. It's not easy because you're sitting there watching the prices every day. You see good runs and then you see the stock get beat back down, and it's discouraging. So buy and hold is simple. It is definitely not easy. And that's why I like to go out there and find ways to, stick it to them, find ways to be active in the stock market, just not sitting around waiting for the inevitable victory that is coming to us. So how are we looking on next week? 25 is looking nice and juicy. 18.5 on those right there. Or not 18, sorry, 10.8, not 18.5. I don't know where I got that from. It's been a long week. So 25 is an interesting zone. The thing is, so looking at it as it stands right now, so I've got those cash secured puts at 21. Right now, there's not a whole lot of contracts there. It almost, other than the psychological reasoning behind it, it almost would not be financially worth it for them to try and push the stock down further. The amount of shares they would have to short. If they could do it through raw selling pressure and push it down, they'll do it. But as far as shorting, it would cost them, more than it would probably be worth to try and push these. So I'm pretty certain by the end of next week that I'll get my collateral back. That I won't be exercised on. If I am exercised on, well, that's buying pressure. I'm buying those shares, so that's a little bit more towards our victory. So did anyone have anything they wanted to go over? Like I said, it's going to be a short end of the week live stream. If anyone had questions, one of the things I wanted to focus on, if anyone had questions, was on how to check your risk and just indicators that you could use, stuff you can develop towards your trading plan on what kind of risk you're looking for. I know I touched on it a little bit talking about playing the 20% when it comes to the spreads and everything. And yeah, everyone. I figured everyone's ready to start their weekend. That's also part of the reason why it's set up to be a shorter stream. Nothing really going on. We had the market pullbacks. Let me go in. There's one thing I wanted to check real fast. I'm not sure the last time I updated this. Let's just go into Doge. Let's see. We are now 1457. Oh. Oh, no. There we go, 14. So yeah, average down just a little bit more. We're getting so close to that, so close to even on Doge. It is a work in progress. Looking at it on the 4-hour, we definitely, there's the 30-minute, just creeping up on that break even right there. What are we, a fourth of a cent right now? Yeah, but 0.4 of a cent off from break even right now. So that'll be nice when we capture that zone. And of course, I'll still be watching for those 5% dips to increase the position. And I think we're up to we've had 4 of those now. So since I implemented that trading policy, we've done it 4 times already. So yeah, just a nice steady way to increase the position and to get a more accurate average on where the market is. And let's see, what do we got here? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. I hope everyone has a good weekend, has a safe weekend. I want to thank everyone who popped in on the live stream. Whether you pop in and say anything or just pop in, hit the like button, hang out and give it a listen. I appreciate everyone who comes in on the channel. And there is Bucky. Bucky popping in right at the end. Yeah, not a problem, Simon. Thanks for coming in. I want to thank everyone who did come in. Bucky Barnes, aka 1111 Mr. Simon, Paul Kalani, Vengeance, Cassie. Thank y'all for stopping in. The Friday pullback, it was expected. It sucks, but it was expected. But yeah, we'll do this again next week. Over the weekend, I might look at some numbers, try and find. Going to Reno for the weekend. Oh, that's cool. Have fun in Reno. Hopefully, if you're going there for what I think you're going there for, I hope you make some money. Make a ton of money, bring it over, buy 1 million shares of AMC, drive the price through the roof. But thank y'all for stopping by, hanging out for a little bit. I will see y'all next week. And from me to you, I wish you good trades and good health.